The Ice Chiller Chiller, the savings machine that keeps running.
It takes away all of the difficult engineering that has been kind of holding the concept of ice storage back.
It's based on successful installations at the Merchandise Mart in Chicago, on units in schools and hospitals, banks and office buildings. What are the benefits and criteria in thermal storage? First, thermal storage must keep future energy costs under control. This is its primary benefit. Second, the investment should be cost-effective and have a short payback time. Third, the system must be reliable. Components of high quality, maintenance and occasional repairs must be easy, with parts always readily available. It should be simple to run.
What's required of the operator is simply the ability to read the instructions off the screen and push some buttons. He doesn't need to know programming or need to know any computer logic to make it run. We work with the engineer or the owner to try to determine what the best type of hardware will be for a particular application.
And the system should have a long lifetime of service. 20 years would be a reasonable minimum.
The combination of the all-galvanized steel construction, the industrial base for the chillers, and the steady-state operation means that the plant will last easily 20 or 30 years.
Baltimore Aircoil, a leader in the design of thermal storage systems, has been involved in over 730 applications of this technology worldwide. We supply cooling towers, evaporative condensers, closed-circuit cooling systems, heat exchangers, and thermal storage systems.
BAC, Baltimore Aircoil Company, is very much a customer-oriented company. We take extreme interest in the way our equipment will be installed in a system. Follow-up support is also very strong, particularly in the area of the Ice Chiller Chiller.
Our Ice Chiller Chiller is one of the most innovative thermal storage systems introduced in recent years. And that also describes the BAC Ice Chiller Chiller, with both partial and full ice storage systems. Here's a unit operating as a partial storage system, as used by most of our customers. Here, the only moving parts are the pumps, the valves, and the compressor. The highest quality pumps and valves are used throughout.
Compressors, which are an industry standard and do have a good reputation and long life.
Now, here's an important point about HVAC systems. A system that fully utilizes all available cooling capacity will run continuously. When you're making ice, and typically during all of the operating cycle, the plant runs at full load, which is critical to the wear and tear on the refrigeration equipment.
And by allowing the compressors to run at a constant load, fully loaded, you're at maximum efficiency and the least amount of wear and tear.
The Ice Chiller Chiller does this and more to save you initial cost and speed up payback. Therefore, let's look at one of the main reasons. A minimal use of energy. Using this chiller dramatically reduces energy costs by limiting kilowatt demand. This time of day chart shows the many ways the Ice Chiller Chiller utilizes its stored cooling capacity built up during off-peak hours when energy rates are lowest to cool during the warmest and peak energy cost time of the day. At 6 a.m. when there's no cooling load, the Ice Chiller Chiller is building and storing ice. When there's a full charge of ice, the compressors are automatically turned off and the system goes to standby or the next programmed mode. As the sun rises and starts to heat the outside air, a light cooling load is called for. The Ice Chiller Chiller diverts some cold glycol to the cooling load to deliver the required cooling. The amount diverted is automatically modulated to maintain the preset supply temperature to the load. At about 3 hours into the day, cooling is achieved by a combination of ice and the compressor. However, during the on-peak period, the built-up ice cools the ethylene glycol to a preset supply temperature. The compressors are off, avoiding those high peak-of-the-day energy rates. When the on-peak period is over, the compressor aids the cooling requirements. From about sunset, the BAC Ice Chiller Chiller operates as a conventional chiller with the cooled glycol flowing directly from the shell and tube cooler to the building loop. About 2 hours after sunset, the ice building period begins again at a low off-peak energy time of the day. The result is a saving in energy dollars for you. By using ice for storage, the Ice Chiller Chiller fulfills another requirement for ice storage. It makes maximum use of thermal storage. Here's how. The compressor is an industry standard. It's an accessible hermetic reciprocating type using refrigerant 22. Motors and compressors are matched for optimum performance. When water must be used in the system cooling circuit, BAC will furnish either the high-K shell and tube type or a plate and frame type heat exchanger. The condenser is a water-cooled, cleanable shell and tube type. The cooler is a direct expansion shell and tube type. It naturally complies with current ASME codes. This ice builder and storage module is an ice-on-coil design. It's made of heavy-gauge, hot-dipped, reinforced galvanized steel panels welded to be watertight. It is corrosion protected. It is insulated with expanded polystyrene insulation with vapor barriers. It employs a unique patented serpentine steel coil tested to 350 psig air pressure underwater. The heart of the ice chiller is this logic control panel. State-of-the-art microprocessors make it easy to use and reprogrammable by you in a snap. It has built-in safety features. It continuously monitors your system and is supported by the ongoing technical expertise of designers, engineers, and programmers at Baltimore Air Coil. If programming changes are needed, new programming can be supplied often overnight on a floppy disk. It's a really smooth-running package, and much of the chiller's success is due to its internal microprocessor.
And what we've done is taken our knowledge and put it into a simple microprocessor control that is mounted right on the package. And that control takes care of all the operating functions, not only of the ice storage and the refrigeration plant, but also all the sequencing and scheduling to make the ice at night and to provide the cooling during the day.
Component selection is simplified, a result of the package concept. Installation is very easy. All piping valves and electrical connections are supplied, replacing a conventional chiller often in less than 48 hours. You can almost plug it right in. You supply the place, the 460-volt hookup, and the piping link to your specific cooling system. That's all there is to it. Simply furnish the design operating conditions and we'll provide a package to fit your needs. Choosing one of 8 available models from 110 to 340 tons. Remember the benefits again. The unit will meet your criteria. Its capacity will cover your cooling requirements. It will fit the site you choose and is quickly hooked up since it's a self-contained compact unit of 2 parts. There are 8 available models from 110 to 340 peak tons. If you're serious about energy costs, consider the Baltimore Air Coil Company's Ice Chiller seriously. Our people are also engineering specialists. They'll provide brochures and information sheets to help you make the right cooling needs decision for the energy-efficient 90s. You can write to Baltimore Air Coil or call for a quick response. It's the Ice Chiller, the savings machine that keeps running.